welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a very exciting video. It's going to be a foundation review and wear test on this Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. It is my first time trying it out. I just picked this up at Ulta. It is supposed to be 24-hour wear, mattifying, and it says that it has a second skin effect. So I'm super excited. It comes in this really pretty like glass frosted bottle, and I think it actually looks like a liquid highlighter. I don't know, it's just so weird to me, but I'm super excited. I can't wait to try it, see the if the shade that I picked will fit me. If you are interested in seeing how this foundation wears throughout the day, then don't forget to subscribe below, like this video, and let's just go ahead and get started. So I didn't want to make this video too long because I feel like I talk a lot when I'm doing a foundation review. So I'm just going to read off the website what this says. Like I said, it's the Catrice Liquid Coverage Foundation. It retails for $11. You can find this at Ulta. I assume you can find it at Catrice website. And I don't know where else sells Catrice, maybe Target. It says that it's a high definition coverage. Catrice's HD Liquid Coverage Foundation is an ultra lightweight, high coverage foundation for a natural look and finish. It says that it covers imperfections and mattifies the skin, creating a smooth and even complexion for up to 24 hours. Features a unique drop applicator, paraben-free, not tested on animals, and that is about all that it says. It brings 1.05 ounces. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the bottle. This is the bottle right there. As you can see, it is really pretty. I think it's very different from any other foundation that I own. And what they were talking about the dropper is this little thing right here. As you can see, you kind of squeeze your product onto your face, I guess, and let it drop. I don't understand why they did this. This foundation comes in 19 shades, I think, 19 or 20. And I chose the one Natural Beige, 35 Natural Beige. That is the shade that I chose. So I think this was somewhat in the middle. I think it's going to fit me. And we're just going to see. I am going to be applying a little bit of primer. I'm going to be just using the Water Drop Primer in Cucumber by Wet n Wild. I have been loving this primer. It is actually so nice. It has a very different consistency than other primers that I have used, but it's definitely a pore filler, and it definitely smooths out everything. Like, your foundation goes on so nice underneath this, or on top of this. What am I saying? Very early in the morning. Please don't listen to me. I'm just going to be putting a little bit. We are also going to be applying the foundation with a sponge on one side and a brush on the other. This dropper is going to be very interesting. I do really like the frosted glass. I do think it makes it really nice. I'm going to be just dropping a little bit of this, and it is very runny. I kind of wanted to test out my shade first, but I guess we're not doing that. I don't know. Let's go ahead and blend this out. So that is kind of like one pump, I would say, with the dropper. And I think it's giving pretty good coverage. It definitely does feel very runny on the skin and like super lightweight, but I think it has a really beautiful finish. And it kind of like evened everything out, and it's making it look kind of like if I didn't really have any product on my skin. I think the foundation shade is actually nice. It's probably a little bit lighter. Why do I keep doing this? I keep choosing my winter shade on all the products that I have been buying lately because I don't really know what shade I am right now. But I think it's going to be a really nice shade for me. Like, the undertones are right. What do you guys think? I think even with an application, with a brush application, this would look very streaky with any other foundation, especially when it's this high coverage, because it definitely did cover a lot. This one is not looking like that whatsoever. I think this foundation is actually really pretty. I obviously think that it didn't really cover much on this area right here, but I didn't really apply much on my forehead. I kind of always apply like whatever's left on my brush. But other than that, I do think that this definitely feels like skin. And I think it definitely covered a lot. You can tell right there how it just evened everything out. And I think I really like the brush side. So let's go ahead and use the sponge side. I honestly have to say, I don't know if this is like my favorite applicator of all the ones that I've tried. But I think it does make it really interesting. Alright, so you definitely use a lot more product with the sponge. It kind of sucked all the product that I applied, which was the same kind of amount on the other side. But I think I already like ran out of product on my sponge. So, I don't know. We're going to see. I'm going to keep kind of blending this out. I definitely don't have anything on my sponge to put on my forehead, so I'm going to have to reach back into my bottle a little bit more. We're going to see if this builds up a little bit better, but I do really like the finish on both sides. I feel like this one looks a little bit more natural. This one's looking a little bit more matte, but we shall see. I'm just going to put like a little drop wherever I feel like I don't have enough. I think if I were to pick, I really like the finish with the sponge, but I prefer much better with the brush, like a lot. But I do think that both of them are very similar. The only thing that I see is kind of like the glowiness to my skin that comes out a little bit better with the brush. Honestly, upon first application, I think this is kind of like a hidden gem at Ulta, because I have never seen someone test this out, and I think this looks actually really, really beautiful. I would definitely recommend this just for a, you know, like everyday natural wear. But it does have really, really nice coverage. I do want to fill in a couple of spots where I just think that I need a little bit more. My only complaint with this is probably the applicator, because the foundation is so runny that it just makes it really hard. Like, you have to move in really quick. So I'm just building this up right there. And then I'm just going to be building this out. Alright, so there it is. You can see that the natural finish is definitely showing. I think my foundation looks actually really, really nice. There's no texture to my skin. There's nothing clinging. There's no dry areas. It just looks so, so nice in my opinion. And I feel like the foundation shade is actually really nice as well. Like, it has all the right undertones and everything for my skin to look really nice and even. And I just really, really like this. Like, honestly, I feel like the coverage of it was definitely on the medium side when I first applied it, but then it like completely just surprised me with kind of like this full coverage, but still like super natural looking. It doesn't feel like anything on the skin. It feels a little bit, not even like tacky when you touch it. This feels so comfortable in the skin, and I'm just super in love how this looks and how it's making my skin look. So if you have very textured skin, I would definitely go ahead and recommend this. If you have dry skin, I would also go ahead and recommend this, because this makes you look like so, so nice, and it just makes your skin look really glowy from within. And I feel like my skin was looking a little bit dry this week, and none of that is showing. I am seeing just a little bit of dryness around my nose, but that is something that doesn't really bother me. I feel like it covered really well. You can still see my acne scars, but if I wanted to build that up, I feel like I could. I'm going to be just putting on some makeup over top of this, and then we shall see. I don't feel like I have to set it whatsoever, but I will be applying some concealer, so probably I'll set that. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay guys, so makeup is done. I didn't really do anything crazy. I did just use this Prismatic Eye Mousse from J-Cat Beauty, and I really, really love these. I feel like these are so nice, and there's tons of colors in them. If you haven't tried them out, definitely do their Ulta. But so far, I feel like this foundation looks so, so nice. Like, the finish of this foundation is incredible. It is to dream for. Like, I honestly think that this is one of my best foundations as of yet. Obviously, I haven't worn it for a long time. It is about 6:04 right now, so we're gonna see how this foundation wears out throughout the day, and yeah, I'm gonna be checking in with you guys. But so far, I feel like the finish, the coverage of this, the price of this, everything is super, super nice. The only downfall for me is a little dropper, but not something that I do mind. It's not really a game changer, so I think it's something that you can definitely make work if you are willing to look this nice, because I really, really feel like the foundation and everything over top looks so, so dang good. Hi guys, so it's 12 o'clock right now. I've had this on since 6 a.m. It's very, very bright over here. I can't really see, but let's see how it's looking right now. I think it looks actually pretty good. I don't see anything rubbing off or anything. My face is looking a little bit dewy on this area, so I kind of really like how it's looking. I still really like the coverage. I don't think I'm feeling too greasy or anything, and I really don't feel like it feels like anything on my skin still. And I don't know, I feel like it looks really, really good. I'm actually really surprised with this foundation. I wish I could see it a little bit better so I can let you guys know how it looks. But so far, not really any texture or anything that's bothering me so much. Alright, so it is 4:31 in the afternoon. I've had this on since 6 a.m. You do the math, it's been a long day, and I feel like we're not looking horrible. first of all, I just want to mention that it has been a little bit of a weird week with my forehead. I feel like there's some kind of like purging going on because I'm having a lot of texture and like really tiny pimples, but like they aren't big enough to show, but I can definitely like feel them and see them, and they're like all in the same area. So I think my skin is kind of like purging in a way. I don't know what I've been using. I just want to mention that before you go ahead and like, you know, reject this foundation for just how it's looking on my forehead, even though I don't think it looks bad, but it definitely looks a little bit dewy on that area, and I feel like the pimples are just not helping it. So I just wanted to mention that, get it out of the way so you can like not judge this foundation based on that. This looks unbelievably good. Like the finish of this foundation just gets me. Every time I look at myself in the mirror, I just think it looks so nice. I feel like the foundation shade that I picked was perfect. I love it so much. I feel like the finish of it is nice. Kind of coverage of it, it just looks insane. Like I just applied it in the morning. It did definitely get a little bit more dewy, but it was not something like super like extraordinary where like I notice it and I would say like it doesn't work for normal to combination skin. Like it actually doesn't look bad at all. Like this is a kind of like good dewy. Like this is a perfect dewy, something I strive to, you know, strive for. And if this bothers you right here, I would just go ahead and set your you know, your foundation with some powder when you first apply it, because I did not do that. The only places I set was right here underneath my eyes, and I feel like it just looks really nice. Even on my areas where I have a lot of texture and it's getting dewy, usually those areas will look really bad, and that's not happening right now. It did rub off a little bit on my nose because I touched my nose. I can't really help it. I mean, I'm not perfect and I'm working and I'm just like doing stuff and not even noticing I'm touching my face, but other than that, I feel like everything else looks really nice. Even my blush held up, which is something that never ever happens. Like I feel like by the end of the day, my blush is completely gone, but I feel like this looks really nice. I mean, you be the judge. Let me know below if you have tried this foundation. I think this is a winner for me. Again, the dropper is probably not my favorite thing, but it's something that I can definitely make work, and it didn't get like on my blouse or anything. Like it didn't really just run down from my face if you go ahead and buff it in right away. So I don't think it's like a deal breaker but for $11, I think this is a really good option if you were looking for something that you want to wear in the summer. This one definitely has a really good coverage for how it feels on the skin, because it doesn't feel like anything. It actually feels like, if I had to compare it to anything, I think it reminds me of kind of like, not a BB cream, but maybe a CC cream. It's gonna be all my thoughts for the video today. I feel like it was a great video. I have worn this for 10 hours and this is actually looking pretty nice in my opinion. So yeah, this is gonna be the whole video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. As always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!